and welcome to Your Manchester.
Today we're back in the studio, quite frankly, because with the amount of guests we've got, it'd be impossible to have them anywhere else.
Yes, it's a really full show.
I think the guest book got a little overexcited.
Maybe just a little bit.
It's that full that we've had to cut 14 lines from our very lovely intro.
Yeah, well, 14 of your lines. Do you even get to say Shabba?
Oh, that'll never change.
Yeah, well, I suppose we best just say who's in the show today.
Probably best.
Well, coming up, we have got Philip Butler. He is a man totally obsessed with the bees in our city.
Indeed, we've got Craig Barker as well, a man totally obsessed with photographing our beautiful city.
And we've also got the LGBT Foundation.
They're just obsessed.
Also today, Dan Westwood talks dating apps and Jeffrey, our makeup guru, talks boy glam.
Indeed. As well as that, we're going to be talking about the wonderful show at the Palace Theatre at the moment called Blood Brothers.
I absolutely love Blood Brothers. All this, plus so much more on Your Manchester. Our fantastic artwork up all around the studio. Well, over on the wall where we normally do sport, there's been 3 dynamic pictures of Manchester.
I blinking love this. The first thing you have to remember is that these are photographs, skillfully bringing energy to a simple photograph.
Yes, and Craig Barker is from Withington. He began his career working with black and white photographs.
And when the modern era of digital arrived, he didn't let the opportunity of creating something special pass him by.
Yes, quite simply, his fine art has gone from strength to strength. So please welcome Craig Barker.
Thank you.
And that must have been weird, just saying that right in front of you.
Just give you your life. It's like this is your life, isn't it?
I don't know what to say.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your gorgeous artwork. These have been up now for a few weeks and they still never get tiring because there's something new that you can find in each one, really.
Yeah.
Go on.
Where do you start though with it? Because obviously, you know, it's a picture simply, but you're picking out some of these amazing highlights, aren't you?
Yeah. What I try to do is just I want people to keep looking at the pictures really. So they're almost like little movies in themselves, and that's exactly what I want to try and capture. So, like with the St. Peter's Square image. It's probably about an hour of time, the whole thing. So I photographed for the scene. And
so you're there for an hour?
Yeah, about an hour. Just photographing the people then walking through the scene. And then afterwards just dropping them in. They were actually in place where they were. And also then, obviously a lot of them are long exposure and low light conditions, which I like to work in really.
I mean, I've heard that you said about your pictures is you like to create some kind of drama and excitement with them. And you definitely capture that in these images.
Yeah,
just looking at the sky as well.
Yeah. I mean, the skies are important as well because it's no use if it's just whited out. So it's a matter of really. I mean, many of the pictures are made up of maybe 10 or 20 actual images.
And are they deliberately cloudy, or is that just because that's Manchester?
Because that's the way it is.
It is, isn't it? I was going to say, I bet you can't get many sunny pictures, really, can you?
No. Well, you do. I mean, I do get a lot of people saying, "Well, can I get on a sunny day?" But this is what I like. So I kind of try to stay true to what I like, because if it thrills me as an image, then you know, I just like it to be a little drama in itself.
So where did the idea come from then? What made you just go from taking your normal photograph to do something so highly dramatic?
I've always been into the cinema, so with my images, I wanted them to be like a little movie, as I say. My startings were in Withington Scala, as it was at the time. You know, just go to all the movies, and then my first camera was it was actually a mate down the road who was wanting to swap something, so I swapped my dad's watch for this camera. So
wow.
Which I had for about an hour until my dad came back and said, "Where's my watch?"
Did you have to swap it back?
Yeah, I had to swap it back. But for an hour, I was looking through this lens. It was just like the Scala being at the cinema. You could see all. It was like framed, everything framed, you know.
Oh, fantastic!
So after that, I just got so into photography.
Wow.
And you've got, like, obviously we're focusing on some buildings in Manchester. Is there a particular one where you go, I loved shooting that one and I would keep going back to that building in Manchester?
I think it's the refuge building, really, which obviously changed hands. I did a commission for the principal, and this was one of the images I did for them, where they wanted a series of images, but looking, because they liked my style, it was quite gritty, it was quite Manchester. So we did a series of images for them, and that was one of them. But sadly, now that it's supposed to, the principal are changing over now, apparently. I think it's rumoured, so that sign might change again. And it's a shame, I think it should go back to a red sign.
I do. The old palace sign.
Yeah, the old palace sign, and the refuge before that, which was a red neon sign.
Yeah.
Oh,
fantastic.
You'll just have to go back and shoot it again, won't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's no problem.
I suppose you're never going to get short of getting new buildings with them.
I know. Well, I'm also working for Rennica, who are building the 2 buildings at the top of the at the moment. I'm doing a commission for them at the moment, where I'm photographing all their builds, but they want them in context of all the old Manchester buildings. So every 2 weeks, a month, I'm just photographing their builds.
Wow.
But it's giving me access to their buildings as well, so I'm quite high up, and you get some great views.
So you get to have a good nosy around and everything.
So if you look at my website, you'll see some great views over Manchester.
We'll put the link on for that.
Well, I'm going to ask him something quite random, because I'm just seeing these pictures, and if he goes on holiday, does he like taking photographs? Is he any good at taking photographs?
Yeah, you don't spend an hour taking the same photograph when you're on holiday, do you?
I don't take my camera with me.
You don't?
No.
So it is an actual holiday for you?
And there's never any pictures of my kids either, so... So all I do is this. I don't take any other pictures.
Well, they're absolutely fantastic, and thank you so much for letting us show these off to everybody, because they're just wonderful.
Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Really wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. Craig Barker.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hayley, and I'm here with one of my very best friends, Simone Holmes. Thanks so much for coming in. Welcome.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, tell us about your Emmerdale episodes that you've got coming up.
Yes, so I play a nurse, and I have 3 episodes coming up towards the end of May and the start of June, so I'm really excited.
Brilliant, brilliant. So come on, dish the goss. I've got you in for a reason.
I have to watch it. It's more than my life's worth, I'm afraid.
Oh, come on, you've known me for ages.
Definitely not.
You can't blame a girl for trying.
No.
So the cast and crew at Emmerdale are absolutely lovely, aren't they? They're like a family, yeah?
Yeah, really nice. They make everyone feel really relaxed and welcome, especially when you're new, when you don't know anyone, it can be a little bit daunting, but they were all really nice. We really enjoyed it.
Definitely. And you were working with Mickey Jones, my favourite director.
Our favourite.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely lovely.
Amazing person.
Brilliant. I'll get him in at some point, actually. That is an open invitation to you, Mickey. Don't say I never give you nothing. Now you've ticked off your second soap now, haven't you? Because you were in Corrie last year as well, weren't you, like me? So tell us about that. How did you get on?
So that was really, really good. We filmed in Mottram Hall.
Yeah.
So I played a therapist, a massage therapist. And again, the cast and the crew were really nice to work with, so I had a great time.
They're brilliant, aren't they? They're absolutely amazing. Tell us about the play that you did recently, because I couldn't get there because it was really bad snow, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. So the play was called Bad Blood Blues, and it was basically about the AIDS trials in Africa. So I played a researcher, and it was a two-hander, and it was a love story as well, with not really a great ending. But we had great audiences and standing ovations, so it was great.
I'm not surprised you got a standing ovation. You're absolutely a brilliant actor.
Thank you.
And you're multi-skilled as well, because you teach Zumba, don't you?
I do. So in between acting jobs, I'm a Zumba teacher.
Yeah. So tell everybody how they can get hold of you and find out about your classes.
Sure. So if you go on zumba.com and you live in the North Manchester area, you just type in your postcode, then my profile comes up and my information about my classes as well.
Fantastic, fantastic, brilliant. So give us the dates for your episodes then.
Sure. So the 29th of May, the 30th of May and the 4th of June.
Fantastic, I can't wait.
Yes,
I'll definitely be watching. Absolutely brilliant. Well, on that note, thank you so much for popping in. Well, everybody, it's time for her gin and my vodka. So we're off now, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.
Dates.
Nice fruit.
No, not fruit.
No.
Our Dan Westwood has been out meeting people. He's also been talking a lot about some of the best dating apps.
In this modern age where you don't talk to people, you have an app that does it for you. How ridiculous. In my day, we had to converse, buy them a nice little stout, and then make sure they left a £5 on the bedside table afterwards.
Swipe left.
So this week I've come to one of my favourite places in Manchester, Annie's, to take a look at online dating apps. So how has online dating really changed over the years, and how does the world of online dating look in 2018? Well, starting off, let's look at the dating sites that don't unfortunately work. After looking through the list of research sites, you can trust me to deliver the best online dating sites around the best virtual dating experiences that will no doubt end up in real life dates should you wish to pursue them. I've even got great tips because we have you in mind and we want to keep you safe and secure during this experience. Today's society is no longer shy about using the help of a website to find true love. Being an online dater has no negative connotation attached to it. In fact, it seems strange if you're single these days not to be on at least one online dating site or applying for Love Island. Why would you limit your choice and chances of finding real love? So which are the best dating sites UK singles have to choose from? Niche dating sites are becoming more and more popular. Not so long ago, such sites were based on things like religious beliefs or sexual orientation. These days you can find niche dating sites for almost any group within our society. There are dating sites for dancers, literature lovers, food junkies, and even Jane McDonald's superfans. The list goes on and on. Right now the top dating sites are Zoosk, Elite Singles, Match, eHarmony, Our Time, as well as Silver Singles. They are researched intensely and reviewed in depth, so if you wish to join them, get online now and let us help you find your perfect match this 2018. I credit Tinder with removing the stigma of online dating, but people are starting to get a little bored of a swipe and are looking for an alternative. I've spoken to a lot of Tinder users, and although you'll find the occasional love story, generally the feedback is vastly negative. Urban Social. This is the global app. A truly global app proving just as popular in the US as in the UK. People love Urban Social's commitment to offering the whole package. It's not just the quality dating service, but the original social media content. Great features like dating diaries and an award-winning blog that prompted some of the big hitters to really step up their writing game. A really solid, trustworthy site who will only get bigger and bigger. Bumble, the limitless one. This app is designed to help women take control of online dating process by ensuring they make the first move before any conversation can take place. Girl power. Belle sees it as more of a man's perspective, however. It's the Tinder without the swipe limits. Grindr. Founded in 2009, Grindr is now the biggest social networking app for gay, bi and queer men. While it's more of a dating app with an emphasis on fashion, photography and social issues, at its core is the quest to help gay men find love. Chappy. A new dating app specifically for gay men has been launched with the aim to give users a choice between relationships or a more casual hookup. Chappy, a fusion of choice and happy, is the brainchild of Mid and Chelsea star Ollie Locke and Jack Rogers. And here's one of my favourite success stories for online dating. This is Carl and Catherine, and they met on the dating app Happen. Happen is a dating app with more than 45 million users, which allows you to easily find the people you've crossed paths with in real life. Yes, those who caught your eye but you didn't dare approach. With Happen, we give you the opportunity to create your own luck. And finally, if you are meeting someone from a dating app, please be safe and tell a friend or family member where you're going to be and who you're going to be with.
Well, I have to say, last night I went to the theatre.
Oh.
Wow.
What did you see?
Palace Theatre, Blood Brothers.
I love it. I absolutely adore it.
What
Did you
show.
cry?
Yes. I was an absolute mess. I was told before I went to see it not to wear any liquid eyeliner, so I made a point of not wearing any liquid eyeliner.
It's Willie Russell at his best. He wrote, obviously, the story of Blood Brothers, and the music in it, though, is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, well, it was all in the right surround and everything. It was really right. It was well sound produced and everything. It was really good. Lynn Paul was playing the lead, Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah, because the story is about Mrs. Johnson, who's a cleaner for this very posh lady. She's got lots of children and she's expecting another one, but she's like, I can't afford it. And when she finds out it's twins, she's like, what am I going to do? Yeah. And so the lady that she works for says, well, I'll have your baby. And the twins...
I know, just discuss it.
Yeah, they move apart, don't they? Because she takes one twin and then Mrs. Johnson keeps a twin and they never see each other.
And then they fall out and there's, the ending. I will not give anything away about the ending, but needless to say, as you can guess, it takes you on one heck of a journey, because it starts off hilarious basically, doesn't it? Well, not straight away, but like it goes nicely into hilarity. And then by the end of it, you don't know where you're
in bits, because what happens is these twins just by chance meet each other, don't know that they're twins because they're non-identical twins, and then it's literally how they grow up as best mates, not knowing, and then how their lives veer off. How it's like nature and nurture, isn't it? Like if somebody's given a lot of money, how that they can rise to the top, and then if somebody's from a poorer background, do you know, I'm going to set off already. It is a heartbreaking show, and the music is absolutely fantastic. So if you can catch it while it's in Manchester.
The good thing is it's here for 2 weeks as well.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
if you've not thought about it this week, then go next week, everybody. go next week?
Absolutely. It did play in the West End for years and years at the Phoenix Theatre, so it's great now that, you know, these productions are touring, they're popping up at places like Manchester, which is a wonderful place now for theatre, and yeah, it's great.
It is, and tell me it's not true, it's just got to be the best number.
Now, just don't give it all away.
In the world, right at the end. Anyway, I'm saying nothing now. We're going to be going over to look at Jeffrey's latest feature for us, and that's it's all about boy glam.
Oh, I like a bit of that.
And welcome back to your weekly makeup fix. Today I'm going to be doing my boy glam routine. So we're going to start off with our brows. I like to start off with my brows first just because it's easier, and then you can see the shape a lot easier as well, and then you work onto the base. So today we're going to start off with our NYX Cosmetics Brow Gel in Espresso. I'm just going to pop it a little bit on the back of my hand, and then with a thin angle brush I'm going to coat both sides, as you can see, and then I'm going to go in with my brows. I like to feather my brows in just because then it looks a little bit more natural than have a strong bold brow. So I will start from the inside of my brow in little strokes. And a good way to map out your brows is to take your brush, and that's the inside is the beginning of your brow. Then you angle it out from your nostril, and that's your arch, and it should end just on the outside of your eye. I'm going to move on to my base now, and I'm going to use the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Foundation. With this you can use as little or as much as you want. It's a buildable foundation. So we're going to go in. And because I'm going to go glam, I'm going to go a little more full coverage. So I'm just going to go in. And then with a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend it in. I'm going to start in from the center of the nose and then work my way out. Now, I'm going in with a concealer, so I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Eye Eraser. And I'm just going to pop these on the high points of my face. So I'm going to go in underneath. Also, this is a shade lighter than I normally would wear, so I'm just going to go in quite light-handed with this. So under your eyes, bridge of the nose, forehead, upper lip, and chin. And then again, go in with your beauty blender, buff it out. Now, to set that, I'm going to use the NYX Cosmetics HD Finishing Powder. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to run that there just to set that. Now to contour, we're just going to bring back a little bit of colour to the face as well. So again, another NYX Cosmetics product. It's their Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. And around the forehead. This powder will also set the rest of your face. It's just warming it up as well. Now, to go in with highlighter, I'm going to be using Illamasqua Beyond Powder Highlighter in the shade Oh My God. And I like to apply it so you can just find that cheekbone. You apply it on there, circular motions again, and up into the temples, and then kind of going up towards the brow. And then I like to take this on the tip of the nose, down the nose, and above the lip. And there you go, and that's my boy glam routine.
So we are with our gorgeous titters. How are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you.
What have you got for us this week?
Well, just a quick roundup of the football. Because last Sunday was the end of the Premiership.
Yes.
And what have you. And we managed to get first and second.
Yes.
You know, City coming top.
Yes.
United second.
Yeah, maybe not in the right way round.
Well, matter of opinion.
I couldn't care
But
less, to be
City
honest.
managed to finish with 100 points.
100 points.
And they scored a heck of a lot of goals, didn't they, Belinda?
Yes, they scored 106 goals.
You see, improving their knowledge every week. Right.
Shabba.
Yep. And on Monday we had the victory parade, so the town turned.
That was very busy one set.
Very busy.
I do like it when we have these parades because the helicopters are up and everything. It's great.
You feel
fun, isn't
secure.
it? I do.
It was a great day for it as well. They couldn't have picked
wonderful.
a better time. The sun was shining. You had everybody coming out in blue, despite the fact the city wasn't red. I still, you know,
But that's for next week because we've got the cup final on Saturday.
we have, haven't we?
Yep.
And we're going to win.
And what's it? That's lost an hour. We're all right. But United are playing Chelsea on Saturday, and made a nice little gesture here because the late Ray Wilkins, who played for United and Chelsea, his widow Jackie will be presenting the FA Cup to the winning team. Just in honour, which I thought's a nice little touch.
Yeah, it's a real
And
good
what have you.
gesture.
Yeah, and also this week we've had the England squad. The 23 for the England squad.
It's been announced.
It has, yes.
Second bit of information.
And the score is 4-4.
What?
4 Manchester City players and 4 United players.
thought they'd already played.
In
that's
the
a good-
23 no. It's just keeping it even. So
Right.
That's not a bad turnout, though.
It's not.
That's not, is it? That's
23.
good.
Yeah.
That's 8
So, yes, it's 8 out of the 23.
from the Manchester squads.
That's nearly a third, is it?
Fact number 3.
She's doing her best. She's doing her best.
Yes.
Are you any good at sailing?
I'm a what?
Any good at sailing?
Just when I've got my caftan on walking through town square, yeah.
Right, fair enough, because that's the sport of the week this week, sailing.
Oh, I do love a bit of sailing. I do. I prefer a pedal though, but...
I thought the water might have put you off after last week with the good old Titanic.
No, well, the reason we're on sailing is I had a little walk around Pennington Flash the other day.
Oh,
Lovely.
you do get a boat, don't you?
I see life, and there was all these sailing boats.
Yeah.
So I just had a little look at Lee and Lowton Sailing Club to see what they got on offer.
Oh,
you see.
lovely places, them, you know.
It is lovely, you know. It's only a hole in the ground really that's filled up with water really, since the mine shifted. But yeah, and so there's a sailing club on there, and it's sort of like I was surprised how cheap it was to be a member. It's sort of like a tenner a month for kids.
Yeah.
20 quid for adults.
Yeah.
And there's sort of like different variations in between. And obviously you've got to hire your equipment, so, well, your boat. But there's a little charge there, which I don't know, I've got to admit, don't know the charge of that. But it's just sort of like a different sport, get out there, out in the fresh air.
See, it surprises me that, Titters, because I think, sailing's quite elitist, because you always get kind of the really posh people doing the sailing, that Ben guy that sailed around the world, Ben Ainsley.
Not compared to yachting.
Yes, no, but it's sort of like yachting. It's
a
the
cheap person's
bottom end.
yacht, so it's not
Yeah,
elitist,
it starts off at
really, is
dinghies.
In what?
Dinghies.
Dinghies?
Dinghy racing, yeah.
Oh, God.
No, it's...
What about pedalos?
I prefer a rubber ring, but that's a different story altogether.
Oh, see, let him off. Now, what are you doing next week for us?
Yes.
Well, I would like to do pole vaulting next week.
I thought you were going to say pole dancing.
What? Pole vaulting?
Pole vaulting,
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
only because it's part of the City Games, which are coming up very shortly.
Yes.
The pole vaulting will be held in Albert Square. So I just thought, as a tribute, I'd have a little look at pole vaulting and see where it goes from there.
Well, we look forward to seeing that, Titters.
And I promise to wear my string vest and shorts.
And your handkerchief on your head.
And my hanky on my head.
Lovely.
With the tash.
Thanks very much.
I'm there
Titters.
already. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta! I am buzzing about our next guest.
I know. We're about to meet a man with a book out all about bees, and not the real bees, but the bees in Manchester.
I'm sure if you're anything like me, you pop around town, but you just don't realise how many bees there are out there. One person does. Let's meet Mr. Philip Butler.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
This fascinates me. It really does. Because you do walk past and you see all these bees and
You just don't see them,
you've
do
put them all together in a book.
Yes.
How long did it take to write this book?
Just over 6 months I spent.
Wow.
And where do you start?
Actually, it was piece of street art that I spotted by Kubek, and he was the one who did the 22 Bees, sponsored by the Manchester Evening News. And that was the first piece that I spotted. Bearing in mind, the week before that, we'd moved to Manchester. And I was thinking, what's with all these bees? They're on lampposts, they're on bins and bollards. So friends explained what was all about.
What are they about?
It's a symbol of it's a worker bee. Everybody says, keeps thinking about bumblebees and this and that, but Manchester bee is a worker bee.
Right.
And it's just a symbol of the Mancunians and the hard-working during the Industrial Revolution, the cotton mills.
It goes back that far?
Absolutely, yeah.
So when do you think then we had the first bee put in Manchester then? Any idea?
Well, there's certainly was part of the Manchester coat of arms, I think, in 1842. Is when
as far back as that?
Yeah, there was like 7 bees on a globe.
Wow.
Wow.
This search has actually took you everywhere, Philip. So you've been a man about town. You've actually been into kind of like the town hall and seen all the regalia, and that includes bees, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I was fortunate enough to get an interview with the Lord Mayor because I'd seen on the internet that there was various things in his parlour that featured the bees. And it turns out it's actually his robe has got gold bees embroidered around the lapel.
Wow.
And more important is the sceptre, the ceremonial sceptre, which rarely comes out, is just covered in bees.
Bees.
It's phenomenal. And also, we've got Christian. He's got
yes.
his piece in the
Up in the Lord Mayor's chambers. Yes, I saw that last year when I was there. It's fabulous. Now, so, do you know how many bees there are in Manchester?
Well, I've only scratched the surface, to be honest.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. I mean, I photographed, I think, about 140 bees. So it's 200 photographs, about 140 bees. But there's so many that I see now on the internet that it's going, oh, missed that one, oh, missed that one.
And there's a quest, isn't there? There's like a trail that people can go on.
There is. It's nothing to do with the Bee Quest book. This was my quest to try and find all the bees, just to raise money for charity. So that's the other thing. All the money from the sale of the book is going to be going to the Manchester Memorial Fund.
Brilliant.
That's
so I'm not
fantastic.
making a penny on this. Every single penny of the profits is going to go to... It's founded by the Lord Mayor's charity. And it's going to be going towards building a memorial or several memorials towards the 22nd of May attack.
That's a lovely thought. I mean, where can people get hold of that book then?
Directly, you can get it from the website www.bequest.co.uk.
Just there now.
Or if they're in town, the NQ Gallery in Affleck's Palace. Jo there has done a fantastic job of selling the books for me. And she has a pop-up also in the Corn Exchange. So the books can be bought there.
I'm going to have to get one.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Actually,
what?
as it happens.
Oh, that is lovely. Oh, thank you so much.
What a really special book.
Can we open it?
Absolutely, go ahead.
I'm not opening mine.
I'm like a kid. Oh, fabulous.
aren't they lovely?
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Oh, he signed it?
Signed it.
And is that an embossment there?
Yep, every single book I embossed by hand, and each book is numbered. And when you actually, what you girls can do is go to bequest.co.uk/register, and if you put in your book number and your name and whereabouts you are, then I'm tracking where the bees are. And we've got bees in Canada, in America, in United Arab Emirates, Germany, everywhere.
So it's just getting globally everybody together.
Absolutely, yeah. So I just like to find out where they're going.
It's rather exciting.
I know, I love this. Absolutely, thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure.
And thank you very much, Mr. Philip Butler.
Thank
you. Well, everybody, we've just had a special guest drop in to tell us about something phenomenal that's going on. And this is Craig Langton, everybody. Langton. Tell us all about it then.
Love is the Drug.
Yes.
Is tomorrow at Tribeca.
Right.
7 till 9.
What is it?
Well, it gives LGBT people the chance to like voice their opinions and experiences to do with love, sex and drugs. Have a space to like perform in any certain way which they want to. It's like this is the second instalment. Last time it was full of poetry, readings and music. So we want people to get there, and we also want to encourage people to perform as well. So if you want to perform.
It sounds like a really nice vibe, that. So of any kind of level, so it could be complete amateurs up to people who are quite professional at what they do?
Yeah, totally, and for as long as you want as well. Any type of performance, every third Thursday at Tribeca, 7 till 9.
So it's an ongoing thing?
Yeah.
It's not just this week?
One. No, yeah, just tomorrow's the next one, and then every third of the month.
Every third?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Every third Thursday.
Every third Thursday.
Is that a hard one to say?
Every third Thursday, Tribeca.
That's right.
I love what it's called as well.
Love is a Why?
Because that's a song, isn't it? Song title.
It's rock to music.
Yeah. See?
Good stuff.
Top of the Pops has nothing on me.
Doesn't have nothing, full stop at the moment, does it? Well, that's fabulous.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to go down there?
I might go down there.
I think you'd be really good.
I think I might, but on a Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's normally a soap night for me, that, to be honest with you. Non-stop soaps. I normally sit there with our nut of the Hayley and watch the soaps.
Oh, right, yeah. With a bit of tea.
Bit of tea.
Oh, yeah. Or
Vodka.
malted juice.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Malted juice.
Malted
One
juice.
of those Horlicks.
Wow. Michelle just aged herself there. Well, thank you very much. We will tell everybody about it. We're going to put a little thing up now. There's a poster that's telling everybody about it. That tells you it's on the third Thursday of every month at Tribeca, and it's called Love is a Drug.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, Mr. Craig Langton.
Thank you.
I'm having a quiche soon.
Oh.
Anyway, so next week we've got a lovely show, but before we talk about next week's show, I wanted to point out the elephant in the room, everybody. Not me, before you all say everything, by the way. This lovely piece of artwork. Now, you know we've got all these lovely ones over here, and we just point out before when we were talking to Philip Butler.
Yeah, that's
that
absolutely
the bee's
gorgeous.
also a replica of the bee that's in the Lord Mayor's chambers, that one, because, you know, we're that posh here, everybody. We've had one done for us, everybody, with our lovely logo, and all these different things. Should we play a game with you?
Go on, yeah.
Go on, then. What's that one?
That's the Hacienda, because the yellow and black stripes are synonymous to the Hacienda.
And it says Hacienda?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Give it away.
What's this one?
Pride.
Pride.
Village.
That one?
That's the Manchester Working Bee.
No.
What?
It is! I'm just testing you! I was just testing you! What's that one?
Oh, Boddington's, the cream of Manchester.
And what's that one?
Oh, it has to be your Manchester logo.
Yes. All right, then. So what's that one, then?
Well, I'm thinking it's the Stone Roses album because they had, like, lemons on it. So, yeah, I'm going to go Stone Roses.
Okay, and that's obviously Coronation Street.
Where our Hales is all the time.
Right, come on, then. You're clever. Come on, what's this?
Oh, it's that film, isn't it? It's Clockwork Orange, but I don't know the connection.
Anthony Burgess?
Oh, yes, because he was from Manchester.
There you go, you see.
Oh, but look at us, though.
I know, don't we look gorgeous?
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean,
Absolutely
immortalised in acrylic.
I've got fangs.
You haven't.
I've got fangs.
Is that you?
That's me there. The thinner one of the two, clearly. Yes. All right, then. Listen, we've got to wrap up this show, everybody.
Yes, because, I'm not here next week. You'll just have to look at that and remember me because he's got a replacement. He's only gone and got the former Lord Mayor of Manchester, Carl Austin Behan.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice show, but it's also going to be a bit strange of a show, really, because we couldn't do a show within Manchester without featuring a bit about the arena bombing as well. Now, two of our segment presenters were actually around on that very night and actually quite within that situation.
Yeah.
Shame to say.
So what we're going to do is we are going to be kind of remembering that and also just talking about how Manchester has moved on. We've also got our regular people. We've got our Dan Westwood, and he's actually been talking to Jeremy Joseph, the owner of GAY. So that's going to be a great slot as well.
And we've got another artist joining us. A lovely lady called Natalie. She's going to be joining us.
Oh, there's so much going on. I'm going to miss you.
Thank you. I'll miss you too. Where are you going on holiday?
Going to Mallorca.
Mallorca.
Well, I was going to say Benidorm, but...
Yeah, don't.
Now, we also have our regulars as well. We've got our Dan Westwood. He's going to be talking to Jeremy Joseph, and that's the owner of GAY. That's going to be fun.
We've got another artist joining us. I love it when artists pop by and speak to us. Oh. This lady's called Natalie, and she's going to be bobbing along to tell us all about her lovely works as well. I'm excited.
Yeah, and there's so much going on because you're going to be trying out a quest into kind of health and well-being, aren't you?
I'm going to attempt it over the summer, yes, to get my mental and physical shape back together.
I'm not sure about the mental one, but anyway, Jack Davis is going to be popping in, telling you all about the benefits of massage. That sounds a good one.
It does, doesn't it? Yes.
Till then, take care.
Ta-ra, flowers.